satisfying feeling, like where you got a itch that you want to scratch, but it don't itch unless I don't touch it. Like I don't know, but I gotta get this shit popped like tomorrow. And Google said that I need a certain type of cream and a steroid shot. I don't got no insurance. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. I'll tell mom to get that shit from work. Get a scalpel, a needle, and some iodine or whatever that shit is.
Yeah.
And we pop this tomorrow. Like, this shit gotta be popped. I can't stand
So
it.
I recorded my shorts and I recorded my videos. Oh yeah, I need to record this.
Okay. Real quick, since I'm watching the patient, there's a black girl who works for them, and she's in the vault in bank, and I think that's so cool. Like,
that is fire. What?
She's like in the bank vault. But what'd you do last night?
I hired a VTuber artist to like rig. So they're called rigs, and what a rig is, RIG. It basically they do a 3D character, and then that 3D character. Okay, it works. I think it works. I'm gonna start recording now.
When you popped your bump, did you pop it from the side or did you just do it like at the top?
I did it. I literally took my nail and dug it underneath and ripped it. Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah. I had enough. My mom was like, you should go get that by the doctor, bro. And I literally just peeled it off. I was done. I was done. Yeah. I can't deal with that. I'm recording in stream, by the way, but
Everybody you're streaming, love it.
no, you good. I didn't tell you. You good. You can say that doesn't really matter. Like what?
That's just funny.
Limiter.
Can you stream here too, or no? I can watch it on my YouTube on TV, but
yeah. Why is it like that? Okay, now it's good.
What you mean?
I'm so early. What's up, brother? Guys, we are streaming CJX Premiere. You want me to stream it for you? Here, a sec. I got you. We'll do double stream. I don't know if my computer can take this, or not my computer, my live. There we go.
Your what?
My internet.
Look at the bank vault, bro.
The bank vault's fire.
That's nuts. Imagine having that as an intro to your like man cave or something.
Hey yo.
That's nuts.
That's fire.
I am so impressed by that. Like, I guess that's what movies are. They can create any setting, but
yeah, I'm excited for this.
I got the sledgehammer.
I think isn't that Recruit? I think that's Recruit right there.
With the sledgehammer.
Yo, could you add Clay? Could you add Clay for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll add him too. Actually, they can't see anything. He said he'll stop in here.
I know he's at work, but I'm sure he wants to see this too. Dude, this looks so cool. It would be so dope to work for them.
It would. I'm actually gonna. Yo, Juan, what up? I'm actually gonna start the recording when it just starts, like 10 seconds in. Okay, let me go to the bathroom real quick. And the vault's cool. Okay, let me go to the bathroom real quick before it starts. Yo, Juan, what up? Juan, I saw your message, brother. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Yo, Blur, what up? I'm back. Yo, Stitch, brother, you'll feel better. You'll feel better, man. Stitch, all you gotta do is move on, my guy. You playing right now? Nah, Blur, we're not playing right now. We are watching the Siege X premiere in 1 minute.
The world needs elite operators.
As soon as it hit 10 seconds. All right, bet. Yeah.
To
Ooh,
protect the innocent.
I'm actually gonna post a Siege video.
Specialists to fight terror.
Hello, what's up? Well, what's up, Beat? What's up, brother?
Hey, yo, we get an intro soon? It's like a countdown. Let's go. Okay with the smoke.
Yeah, this is they premiered this at the Invitational. Let me post.
Okay with the shoddy. Thermite
So
shoddy.
basically, what happened? The recruits in the story, some of them were bad. What's up? What's up, brother?
Okay, not.
Ooh, Siege X premiere is crazy.
Shoddy's so dumb.
The moment is now. Join Rainbow.
Let's go. Okay.
Join Rainbow. Oh my god, I wish I bought a ticket.
Let's
to
go, let's go.
Man.
Hey, yo. I'm excited.
Yeah.
The day is finally here.
Woo!
Yeah.
Let's go, baby.
And the time has almost come for you to see the next evolution of Rainbow Six Siege.
I'm excited.
Welcome to the Siege X Showcase.
Yes,
Forget the
sir.
Mozzie.
My name is Patricia Somerset, and today I am here with a champion-tiered squad of developers, casters, and creators to show you what Siege X is all about. You can think of me as a squad leader. Shouldn't be too much of a stretch. As the voice of Ash, I'm used to delivering commanding lines.
That's her?
Yo.
What?
What? The
That's
reveal
her?
is nuts.
Yo.
So how about this one? All right, operators. You've trained for this. You're ready for this. The mission starts now.
Period.
Let's watch. Yo, this looks cool. What the heck?
Of your favorite content creators have assembled here in Atlanta to usher in an explosive new era of Siege. Folks, this is the Siege X Showcase. We'll be starting off showing those content creators. First up was Team Skittles. Team Meaty Marley will join next, and get loud.
Team Skittles, they were kind of cute, yeah.
Content creators.
We got a lot of
Okay.
faces on that roster alone, what we even previously saw from Team Skittles, so I'm excited to see what we got through and through to see the rest of these teams.
There are a lot of Brazilian content creators that you might be familiar with. It's Team Raza up next.
Got Team Brazil mixing with a little bit from all
Brazil.
around the globe.
I can't see nothing.
Team Pestely's gonna join them next, walking out of the large X. I'm gonna be honest, I know there's a lot of you here. You gotta be louder than that. Come on.
Yeah,
You know,
for real.
we just talked-
I would be
we
going
just
nuts
talked
if I
about
was
Team
there.
Brazil. Now we got Team A and Z coming through.
There's a lot of players that'll be coming out, 48 in total. Some familiar faces, some newer to our scene, but I mean, hey.
Okay,
it's a
she's
new era for our
cute.
game. Team Spoit is up next.
You know, we've talked about Spoit a lot, but there's some phenomenal controller players coming from that Xbox scene here.
A period.
That controller
Xbox.
player, by the way, There's a bunch of them on stable Ronaldo, the next team walking out.
You know, I saw Kiki.
Okay.
warming up. She's looking strong, but
The
they
FaZe
also
boys.
Hey.
Frankie
Yo,
there
they got
in
Pengu.
one.
He's like one of the most decorated Siege
Some
players.
familiar faces that you might
For
recognize.
real?
of
Yeah,
this group
yeah.
Walking
Yo,
out.
we gotta go
The
to
next
one of
is
these.
Team
We got to.
Lacey.
Very big names. coming
Yo, they
along
about to
right
lose.
there.
They about to lose.
Right there with Uzi,
E-Rob,
my boy.
Agent. Yo, this team is
Uzi should be a
doo-doo.
familiar
What's
face
up,
for those of you
Uzi?
that follow along online. And
Yo, Pengu,
Team
the GOAT.
Pengu, a team of
Kudos, okay.
names that you've seen and heard before, but
I didn't know they were gonna like play. Oh my god, look at
I think that's the control
her.
players you were talking about.
Okay.
I think you're right. I don't see Pengu.
Yo, it's Diamond One,
I
baby.
don't see Pengu. You know,
He's
I
Diamond
used to
One.
work with him. You used to play against him. My name's
They should bring
Intero.
me
I'm
home.
joined by Laxing. We've been long-standing members of this community, and we are happy to welcome you in to what might be the most exciting thing we've ever done in Siege. On the left side of your screen, this side, because we're mirrored, you're going to see what we're getting up to today. We're going to be starting off with a new game mode. You heard it here.
Whoa.
Not just Siege,
Okay.
but something brand new. After that, we're going to talk about updates to the core of Siege, the game that we know and love and have spent much of the last 10 years playing. And then how about we finish off by showing those changes in action in Siege X in a 5v5 show match.
Honestly, Parker, I am so excited to say the least. I don't know which one I'm more excited for. There's so much that we are going to be showing and exploring. And again, I am just absolutely thrilled to be here with you.
We've got to run a tight ship, so both of us are talkers, so we're going to have to be a little bit brief. But before we get into the action, I'm going to need your help. Do me a favor. Connect your Ubisoft Connect and Twitch accounts, because later on in the day, we'll be announcing a very special draw
Oh, I'm about to do that right
for
now.
everybody that's watching through either this stream or one of our partnered streams. But before we unveil what it is, make sure your Ubisoft Connect and Twitch accounts
sure you tell
are
Clay.
linked together. I, as
Doing
well,
it now.
am very excited.
Clay would be so mad if we got a skin or
I
something.
think the only way to put it,
Yeah.
put the emphasis on the X.
Why did you tell me?
It's going to be a quick day today. It's going to fly by like no tomorrow. And there's a lot to unveil. Of course, a new game mode is something that will surprise people. I think that the updates to the game are going to be pretty spectacular as well. But enough from us. How about we send it to two of the greatest minds at Ubisoft who have helped make Siege X possible, Alex and Joshua.
Yo, Clay.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Okay, I was thinking about you, but anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't know he's the whole life just caught him.
First of all, let's hear it
Connect
for
your
Ash.
Ubisoft and your Twitch so you can get something.
Oh, damn.
I mean,
Yeah,
Patricia,
tell
but
us.
it's amazing
By the
to
way,
have the
anyways,
voice
what's
of
up?
Ash here today
Nah,
with us.
love you.
Welcome to the showcase. My name is Alex Karpazis, creative director of
My
Siege,
fault.
and today is the day
okay,
we
I like it.
finally unveil
It was a
Siege
day.
X.
You know I love you.
I know.
And I'm Joshua Mills, game director. After 3 years of work, the wait is over. And we're taking the core Siege experience to the next level.
We have a ton of details to share with you about how Siege is evolving with exciting updates like modernized maps, an audio overhaul, advanced rappel, and much, much more.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Audio overhaul?
In a few minutes,
Good
you'll
lord.
see live gameplay of those changes.
Bro,
But
I'm trying to
before
figure
that,
out how to turn
we
up
have
the
a very
stream
first Siege X trailer to share
in
with
Discord,
you.
because I can't hear it.
This is the new era
You
of
gotta,
Siege.
you gotta, you gotta
Try that.
scroll up. You double click or you scroll up. It's one of them.
But,
Ooh. Ooh, front. Yo, it looks different. What? Running. Audio overhaul. Animate. Oh! Black ISO's crazy. Yeah!
Let's go, baby.
That's a lot to take in. That's why over the next few hours, we'll cover all of it. We have 48 content creators around us getting set up right now with 4 live matches. And if you're quick with the math, then you've noticed that something quite doesn't add up. That's because they will be playing our brand new 6 versus 6 game mode, the first permanent new game mode since the launch of Siege. We've taken the strategy, teamwork, high-stakes gameplay that make Rainbow Six Siege so special and built a completely new game mode that's designed to push the limits of what Siege can be. Get ready for strategic plays, unexpected twists, and all-out action. This is Dual Front.
Ooh. Okay.
Dual Front is the culmination of years of hard work by our incredibly dedicated and talented team. They explored many different avenues and experimented with expanding the very core of Siege. In the end, the process came down to asking ourselves a very simple question. What if? What if we could expand the size of squads and have attackers and defenders work together? What if we had one persistent round to settle the outcome of a match with less downtime? What if we could expand the narrative and universe in-game seasonally? What if? One of the answers to these questions was to design a brand new, ever-evolving map where the action takes place. Welcome to District.
Bro, that looks cool. Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
District is a new map created exclusively for Dual Front and built to change with ongoing updates. This map is uniquely designed to support the exciting gameplay of Dual Front and create new possibilities we've never seen before in Siege. Let's break it down. 2 symmetrical fronts, each featuring 3 sectors, set up the main framework of the map. Teams must capture one front while simultaneously defending the other as they work their way deeper and deeper into enemy territory. The ultimate goal? Reach the final sector and destroy the prototype in the enemy's HQ. The map's layout balances open areas and strategic choke points, demanding coordination and adaptability. And when I say open areas, this also includes outside. Players will now be able to move between indoor and outdoor spaces, extending their defenses beyond the walls of the building and setting up for some devastating ambushes. So if you don't drone, it's time to start. If the enemy does catch you off guard and eliminates you, you will be able to return to the fight as your currently selected operator or select a different operator for a tactical adjustment. Success hinges on balancing offense, defense, and team composition while seizing every opportunity to lead your team to victory. Which brings us to the neutral sector, a central area where a time-limited assignment will offer you the chance to shift the momentum of battle. here's a preview of our first seasonal assignment.
Okay. Sorry if I'm not talking. I'm watching, by the way, and link in my account.
Assignment in the neutral sector. The enemy has started the extraction. Move to intercept.
Ooh. Oh my gosh.
Op 4 is progressing with the assignment. Move to resecure.
What the?
Well done. Proceed to extraction. Excellent work. You've completed the assignment.
That looks fire.
The neutral sector is a high-stakes conflict zone where bold plays lead to game-changing rewards. Players can tackle the time-limited assignment that will grant valuable bonuses. It's important to keep in mind that taking this risk means leaving key positions open, as every operator participating in the assignment is one less operator in your attack or defense frontline. The race to secure these objectives is intense, and success in the neutral sector can tip the scales of victory, making it a battleground where split-second decisions and daring strategies can define the match. With each new season, players can expect a new assignment in Dual Front. This means new narrative, gameplay, and neutral sector map updates.
Dual Front was built from the ground up to use the strengths of Siege, while adding new twists. If you're new to Siege, this is a perfect game mode to play. Everyone is on a level playing field with a single new map to learn. There's also a limited operator pool, allowing players to focus on a smaller roster. We will be changing the operators in this pool twice a season, so that a new exciting meta is just around the corner. Finally, we all know that every life is a lesson. Respawn is an important part of this mode, allowing players to experiment and learn through play. You can join the closed beta later today on PC and current-gen consoles.
What? No way.
Your feedback will help us release the
So I
best
gotta get the new
experience for
Xbox or what?
CJX.
You gotta get the new
Now
Xbox.
that you know
Okay,
what Dual
placing the
Front
order.
is, it's time to see it in action. Let's kick it over. Let's kick it over to our legendary casters and see your favorite creators exploring and discovering all Dual Front has to offer right now.
Thank you so very much. The new permanent game mode that we were sworn to secrecy on, we couldn't talk about it. They said, you're not allowed to. And we said, okay, you know what? I want to hear how loud you can get. Now, remember when I said that there would be a surprise later on? Joshua just told you straight up, you can play Dual Front today. All you need to do is connect your Ubisoft Connect and Twitch accounts, and then watch about 30 minutes either on this stream or on one of the partnered streams, and you will get a Twitch drop of a beta code to try Dual Front. Servers go live when we wrap up here, so in just a couple hours. And it'll be available on PC and current-gen consoles. Kind of sucks for the people in the audience that you don't get to play, huh? Yeah, well, that's okay.
You know,
Don't boo me, you're excited. Hey, hey, hey. But how excited are you for Dual Front? How excited are you for that, what looked like a weapon inspection? They got very, very loud.
I mean, respectfully so. You know, we finally now can inspect it. But, I mean, for Dual Front specifically, I did get to try it. And I'm jealous that they get to play it now, and I got to sit here and talk about it because I truly had so much fun within that time frame that I was able to play. You didn't get to play it.
I didn't get to play
you
it.
Still don't know what it's like.
I have
but
no idea.
Truthfully, it's a wonderful game mode.
Would you say you were excited?
I was more than excited.
Wonderful. We've got 48 content creators here to take us through Dual Front, and in just a moment, we'll be getting into the game. And honestly, because I haven't played it, am just as eager to see it in action as all of you are. We'll be going through how the actual objectives progress. How does that neutral sector actually work? What are the rewards that they get? And how does the matchup ebb and flow? And the one thing that I am most particularly looking forward to is you and I first started playing Siege in year 1. We have got to see this game grow from the very beginning. And if you go back and you look at Siege as a regular game, the way that it was played back in 2016 is very different from the way it's played now. I have no doubt that Dual Front is going to function the same way. Now, in just a couple seconds, we'll intro our very first set of teams, and it will be fascinating to see how they tackle our newest permanent game mode in Siege X. What are your expectations before we get into the match?
To be honest, there's no expectations that can be met truthfully because this is a new game mode. This is an undeveloped area where people are going to be figuring out. We're going to be understanding what it's going to look like, what we can see.
Team Lacey and Team Stable Ronaldo will be the first set of teams. We are in the operator selection phase, seconds out from the first look at Dual Front. Operators are locked in. Are you ready?
Let's go.
For the next era of Siege. Folks, let's get underway with our first matchup of Dual Front.
So this is already super unique. You know, when you start, you have the
Cap
6
Canyon
operators that you
outside.
from.
We got
I believe,
Doc?
if I'm not wrong,
What
you
the-
will always be at the front, so you can always feel like you are the leader in this scenario, leading your team. But again, what's so unique about this is when you think about Siege as a whole, it's always been 5v5. Now you are adding that key element of bringing
And then
a
it's
6th player
6v6.
onto that squad, which allows so many different ways to approach Siege and how you want to play it. And again, another big thing is you can mesh attackers with defenders.
Now, while you had some hands-on experience, and you are a former pro player and a former world champion, it's not your expertise that we're going to lean on here, Gabe. We have brought up both Alex and Josh from the keynote to help us understand the way that this works. Gentlemen, first things first, what a day. What a day. I mean, I think you were prepared for the audience to get loud, but would you say you were a little caught off guard with the enthusiasm that we're seeing?
I mean, we've been waiting for
Bro,
this
you gotta
moment
lean the other
for 2
side,
years
bro.
now, and we're still not prepared for it. This is really exciting. The teams pour their heart and soul into this, and now we get to see it live.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I mean, it's always a reaction, right?
Yo, Uzi didn't have to do that. Him. What's up, Dex? What's up, Dex?
It feels so awesome to finally be talking about all this.
I'm going upstairs,
Now, the way that you conceptualize this game mode being played might differ from what we see today. But is it fair to say, Alex, that you're expecting players to literally problem solve as it goes along, and that there isn't really a defined correct way to play based on when you built the game?
I mean, we've been playtesting this for over a year now.
Appreciate it,
Still
appreciate it.
learning new things, new combinations of operators. This is the
Ooh,
first time we're
okay,
taking
Jason know how to
attackers and
play.
defenders together on the same team, but we're keeping that attack and defend.
Oh, he actually knows how to play Siege.
philosophy alive, where you have one lane, one front push.
Oh, okay, Jason.
So,
Okay.
yeah, it's all new.
Well, and as I was saying, you know, the key element of adding a 6th player to that squad, I mean, Siege for the past 10 years has been 5. I mean, what was the decision to bring that extra element of surprise?
Oh, there's
and putting
respawns?
the
What the
6th member onto that roster?
Well, one of the big goals we had with Dual Front is to actually make Siege more approachable. So, and one of the ways of doing that is to kind of lower that social pressure of having if you die in a 5v5, 4v5, that's a big detriment to your team. So in 6v6, you actually get to carry that weight a little bit more evenly. Additionally, obviously, the respawn's going to help with that and help people feel more confident and learn over time. But
Okay.
that's definitely a
So it's
driving
Call
force
of Duty.
there.
It's basically
I just
Call
want
of
to touch on
Duty,
something
yeah.
here, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but we've got our first objective at play. Would one of you like to take us through what exactly is happening in the game right now?
Yeah, so the attacking team has actually planted the diffuser, and now we have actual segments to the diffuser timer. So if the defending team comes in and deactivates it,
It runs smooth,
it might
though.
save a bit of the progress that they achieved there. And this is one of 3 objectives that they have to secure now.
That would explain why we have the 3 segments on the diffuser.
That's right.
So if you stop it,
Yo,
it'll
why is
go
Jason
back
a
to the
demon,
last
bro?
tick,
Dude,
if you
he
wanna
is a
call it that.
demon. What?
And then you basically paused it. So it functions very similarly to regular Siege in the sense that you have to control the objective, you have to get that diffuser planted.
And I love specifically that you guys talked about, you know, regardless of this being a brand new game mode, you guys are still keeping that core value of what Siege has always been in terms
But then he started going
that
crazy. I was like,
tactical
oh, okay.
prowess and what we can do in Siege.
Yo, it's
And I
Diamond
think
1, bro.
Being able to bring attackers with defenders can really set up that strategical stand
That's not good. Yeah.
even more in depth than what we've currently seen throughout Siege.
I mean, that's the magic of it. As when you're playing this, you have to go on the attack. You get the attack, and then you got to go into the defense within the same lane. So it varies up what you're able to do there, like bringing a Nomad on attack. Obviously, we've done that 1,000 times, but putting her into the defense and making for the post plant, it's all about that.
It's almost like they're fighting on dual
Okay.
fronts.
And now we see that the other team has planted the diffuser as well. So both are active at the same time. Teams have to regroup, and understand how they can recapture the site now that the plant's
What is this
gone
man
down.
doing, bro?
The red team
What is he aiming
succeeded,
at?
it looks like, in their very first capture. So now what
Yo, Uzi's a
happens?
demon, bro.
Oh, is Uzi going to get it?
Yeah.
They've already lost one tick, as you talked about.
Yep.
And it'll roll back. So like that progress they earned and they fought for, they get to keep, but they didn't get
Nah,
away from the
bruh.
next sector of the actual objective, so that's lost.
And what I'm seeing now with the front A team, they have that first one secured. Now that timer is going. So essentially, does that now force them to now play the defense?
He said,
wait for
"Count
that
your
next
days."
sector to open up, and then make that transition with that rotate?
Yeah, that beat there is actually leading into an essentially a
R6.
prep phase for that new sector. So our attackers in that lane are going into prep, using
Ooh.
their drones, looking forward, or they can rotate.
Yo, Jason is a demon.
Now,
Yo.
I just want to ask you guys, because you've obviously had some time.
Yo,
playing
this man
through
is a
it. What
demon.
is your ideal lineup that you've ran the most, that you've experimented with the app the most, whether that's on the defensive side or the attack side?
They're bouncing. They're just very excited to play the game.
Dude, they say bouncing. They can't say the other
It's
thing.
amazing running Nomad on defense.
I like it.
You never experienced
Yeah, what is
it
this man
before, and
doing?
Just doing that is amazing.
I'm about to say, you'll never hear anything
What's
coming
the
from
other
me in terms
thing?
of Nomad with how much I love Nomad.
It's a
I think
term
Mark
that you
knows
can't say
as
on Twitch.
Well, I played flank watch
Oh, wow.
aggressively, so
That's
the fact
crazy.
that you can use those air jabs on defense to get those
Or on
down,
YouTube.
to get that quick reaction, to net one of those eliminations. I mean, Nomad's massive on defense.
I mean, Gabe, when you played professionally, if there was a spot on a map to be as far away from the action as possible, you were there.
Absolutely.
What's
So
up, Ty?
you will 110% find me at that neutral sector, where I am not going to be in the thick of it, but I am going to be trying to lurk my way through and see what is open and what isn't.
Now, one thing that you mentioned while talking about the game was that you're going to be swapping up the operators twice a season. Now, what's the thought process behind which operators you bring in, which operators you bring out, and will it be a full-scale swap? Are we talking every operator?
Appreciate
is
the
gone,
donations,
or
brother.
Are you just going to bring in a couple and
Appreciate
remove
the
maybe some
donations.
particularly strong or weak ops?
Yeah, so one of the big things is we want to
Hey,
make
yo.
sure that the Pathfinders that are earned through our newcomer challenges are going to be available at all times. Again, like you always want to be able to have some of your ops to be able to play, but outside that, we're going to be almost doing kind of like a crafted meta or ideas around that. Maybe we put a lot of hard breach up, maybe we put a lot of trap, or maybe remove both and see what happens now. Like, what can you do if you don't have electricity available to you? What can you do if you don't have, like, you know, a lot of area denial and so
Yeah,
on
I
and so
think
forth.
Jason, I think he actually plays Siege a lot.
What I
You
am
can just tell.
noticing is I'm looking at the characters, the
Ooh,
utility in
ooh,
general.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely
This
got
is
like
a way that we can actually
Emerald or
balance
better
the
cannon,
operators
you know what I
over a
mean?
long
Yeah.
period of
Like,
time.
jam.
We're
He looks
talking
nice.
rounds are lasting
You're definitely not
about
that good
20,
at having
15,
not
20
played the
minutes.
game, so he's definitely
So
like,
you can actually stack quite a bit of utility if you don't have this new system, and the team worked really hard on that.
Okay, we'll follow up with that.
Your
So
rage
are
on here
you
too?
saying that Capcan can essentially lay down 6, 7 traps at a time?
I'm going to take that one. So one of the things about regenerative gadgets is that you can deploy based on the max that's been determined for dual front. So some of those values may differ from the core Siege experience, but additionally, whatever your last place gadget was, if you place a new one, it'll destroy that one and then move
Stinky, what
forward,
up?
just to make sure things are in line.
Perfect.
You're telling me I can't put down 20 Capcan traps and just sabotage the whole
Yeah,
map?
I mean, if we rewind time a couple years ago, you could have, and let me be honest, like, you know, it became an HR problem. So
I was actually, I'm glad you said that, because I was thinking, I was like,
Bro
what if
said it
someone
became
just
an
brings
HR
Mira and
problem.
just lays down a lot of her windows and then immediately
Yeah.
transitions off of that to a different operator and then uses them.
I'm thinking the Maestro. You just swap
My
evil
bad, I didn't have
icons
Twitch chat
over
on.
and over and over.
My
You
bad,
got
my bad.
unlimited laser beams.
We already thought of that. So if you're repicking your operator,
Hey, yo.
the operator you were previously, all their gadgets disappear. And then you're jumping back in with a new operator to do a new strategy.
Additionally, you can actually see as operators are being swapped out and respawning, they go back to being unknown because we don't know who's coming up in that lineup again. So that's another thing you'll have to adapt to as you're on the field.
I'm not a developer. I don't balance this game. I can only imagine how tricky it has been to find a way to make everything work. But before we get there, one of the beautiful things about having all these content creators in person is that we get to hear from them live in action. Patricia has an interview ready for us down on the stage.
Thank you, guys. I am here with Skittles. How you doing?
Doing great.
Skittles, I would love to get your first impressions of Siege X. How are you feeling about it right now?
I'm absorbing everything. This is a completely new game. We got a big map, more operators. Like it's insane. I'm just trying to take everything in right now, basically.
I can imagine. Are there any particular things that you're focusing on or interested in seeing in terms of the new updates?
I'm just really excited about the gun inspection. After 10 years, we finally got that, and oh my god, all the skins we have now, it's so worth it. It's so cool.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool. Well, I won't take too much of your time, get you back to playing. Thank you so much.
Skittles.
This man went straight back on his phone.
And I know that the weapon inspect element will be excellent for thumbnails, so that will make it a lot easier for content creators to advertise their stuff. Let's dive into the next matchup that's happening at the same time, and it's a little bit of the old versus the present, one could say. A former two-time world champion of Pengu versus a current major champion of Spoit, as it's Team Pengu versus Team Spoit. And there's a competitive mindset between these two teams that is, maybe I would say, unlike a lot of the other matchups we'll have today.
I mean, how competitive can it be? I mean, Spoit's beating up on a retired old man of Pengu. Like, give him a break. Let him breathe a little bit.
Nah, you can't do Pengu like that. You can't do Pengu like that, bro.
I'm fascinated the way that this mode is going to be approached, right? Because Siege casts such a wide net. There are people who are going to play it on PC. There are people who are going to play it on console. There are people who are going to play it in casual, people who only play ranked. And then you've got people who are playing on high-end gaming PCs, and people who are just sitting at home, playing on their couch, listening to music, playing casually with some friends. And when you look at a mode like Dual Front, do you think it's the type of game mode that can catch all of those players and provide a compelling experience for each one?
Yeah, when we were talking about Dual Front, first of all, Siege is challenging. That's in our DNA.
What the heck? The running is weird.
Change that. But Dual Front makes it more accessible. You can respawn. You can repick your operators. You have more players on the table, so you can try out new things.
Yeah, I like it too.
All of this adds up to a game mode that, honestly, everybody's at the same level, on the ground floor, and they're able to jump in and have immediate impact.
What? That guy didn't. What?
So I was going to follow up with, I mean, we obviously talk about the casual base, and me coming from that competitive background. I absolutely do love the approach here, especially as we do know, Siege is a very complex game, but that's what makes it so unique, so fun when you can actually learn it. But what I really like about District specifically is it's symmetrical.
These guys are good.
Really allow you learn
I like
from
how
one
fast their
end to the
gameplay
other
goes.
of just the basic
Like they're not
functionality
just
of how
kind of
Siege
sitting
plays.
in corners and waiting. They're moving around.
It's respawn, so they can be more aggressive. I feel like that's gonna.
Come and be like, okay, this is what Siege is like.
Ice cold.
So then you bring that into the
Ice
other maps.
cold.
And then I did also see not every single operator is able to be played, and I think that also is huge because, as we know, Siege has a lot of operators and continuing to grow as the game continues to go further on. So I do genuinely think this is a great approach for not only a competitive standpoint, but most importantly also
I'm doing it. Ready? Come here.
Yeah.
No
I'm
way.
very excited to see the
Hey,
way
yo,
that
this
it
sledge?
shakes out. Have you two noticed anything that's happening at this current point in time that has caught your eye that you maybe weren't expecting at the tests you've done over the last year or so?
Well, I mean, I saw someone do a breach I literally have never seen someone do, like in all our playtests, breaching in onto the stairs of the second sector. Like, that side of the site, like, I don't usually see people, like, pushing through there. They usually push from top floor or walk up the stairs, but never breach the wall and jump right into the stairs. So that's kind of the magic of the map, right? So.
Well, we've got another interview ready from TikTok to Twitch, and now here in Atlanta, we've got Titanium Rolo down on the stage with Patricia.
Thanks, guys. You've got it all under. I am here now with Titanium Rolo. How you doing today, Rolo?
I am doing amazing. How are you doing?
Oh, wonderful, especially now that I'm with you here. I'm already like fast friends. I wanted to ask you, what do you think about the neutral zone in the middle of the map?
So I think the neutral zone is actually really crucial, and I think that from the times that we've played it, we've not focused on it enough. There's so much focus on either attacking a base or defending a base, but actually so many people go to the neutral zone that if you manage to get control of it, then you can kind of completely control the flow of the map, and I think it's going to be way more crucial than we've given credit for it. And I'm also hoping, since I like Easter eggs, I'll find a couple of Easter eggs around there too.
I wish so many Easter eggs for you. Thanks for your time. I'll let you get back to playing. My pleasure.
Thank you, Patricia. Yeah, the Easter eggs that are hidden in all of the maps, by the way, are we going to see any in Dual Front? Do you even want to give that away?
Definitely first jump into the beta, check it out yourself, find them, because we have hidden some stuff around the map.
Right. And for a reminder for those of you, we're going to say this a lot. I apologize if I sound like a broken record. But the thing is that the more I remind you that maybe you might actually be able to get into the game yourself, we are doing beta code access for Dual Front. That is on right now. Once we are done with the showcase, you will be able to play Dual Front, providing you link your Ubisoft Connect and Twitch accounts, and then watch either this stream or one of our partnered streams. You will get the code after about a half hour or so, and you can start playing this game mode later today. I don't want to know what he's... Oh.
Jeez.
Oh my God. What is he doing? Easy, bro.
So that's the status
This
update
man.
of the match. Right
What?
now, both teams are trying to capture the second sector. And actually, I think Beta team just lost theirs. But there's an assignment that's coming into the map. That's the neutral zone. We'll have a new objective that everybody has to jump into.
And we have to grab a hostage. So while up to this point, it's been like the typical quote-unquote siege where you have to get the case down, now we're going back to the old ways of the hostage being involved.
Yeah, and not only just that, but the hostage is Dokkaebi, because we lost her at the end of the Assault on Hereford event. So this is where that narrative starts coming in when we talk about seasonal updates.
I want to say, so when you grab the hostage here, if I'm not mistaken, you have to bring it to the other side, the enemy side. So what Anne is already doing this wrong. She brought it to her, I believe, thinking that they are going to get that extraction, but they actually need to bring it to the opposite side and make it far more challenging than just as simple as, let's just bring it back to ours.
Yeah, exactly. It used to, like, you can see as soon as it got the hostage got picked up there, the icon shows up to show you where the extraction point is for you, and the helicopters are coming in the next 30 seconds. And that, oh man, like again, we're talking about audio and all everything. Hearing helicopters come in during a siege match, oh, it gets your heart pumping.
Well, I want to say,
don't board it though.
I want to say, me and you actually went through this moment together when we were testing this out the other day, and it is when you were talking about the heart thumping, and especially like let's acknowledge you can play outside now. Like that is a huge thing that needs to be acknowledged. You don't have a timer letting you know you're going to be shown. I mean, again, these operators, that is just evolving a meta right there. All the shields you're seeing being
castling off a door outside? What am I watching?
Exactly. But no, like I was saying, back to that. It is very intense when you have to run to the enemy side with this, trying to get that extraction up while they're up and coming, spawning, holding those positions from outside, waiting for an ambush that you're potentially running into. You were actually doing a very good job at leading that. You were like, all right, Lax, I need you to get in front of me. I need you to clear this. I need you to clear that. And we did end up doing it successfully.
Yeah, honestly, like, regardless of we talk about the match being, like, the game of being approachable, we get real competitive.
Yo, I don't know. How are they going to balance this? This is the one thing I don't understand.
Because of the actual lore of the game. Now, there are a lot of people here at this event dressed up in cosplay, and lore in Rainbow Six Siege, yeah, give them some applause. They work hard. The lore in Rainbow Six Siege has steadily increased to the point now where, you know, when I first started playing, and he first started playing, there was basically none. Will lore play a part in Dual Front, and will the events of future seasons find their way into this game mode?
So that's actually what we're trying to do with Dual Front. Bring some of the story into the game proper so that you get to experience the story itself. And so every single season, we'll be weaving in the lore of Siege into the updates that you see in Dual Front.
Now,
what the heck?
Does successfully extract the hostage, what benefit does that give the team?
Oh, they're at the wrong. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
they both just
Yeah.
did the exact same thing.
Do they
Oh,
throw
so-
Dokkaebi into the net?
Well, they
Is
got to
that
take
what
it
they're
to the right
supposed to
extraction
do?
point.
I'm not.
But whenever they do end up getting it to the right, getting hostage to the right extraction point, and then having her airlifted out, you actually gain 2 sectors of the current
Okay.
objective or the next objective that you're going on. So if you have 1 sector left on, say, sector 2, it'll quick forward on 2.
Okay, and so that
Ooh.
won't, so like for example, on Bravo's side, they already have 2 of those sectors, or not sectors captured, but they have, you know,
On-
halfway through.
Actually, yeah, on either side of the match right now, whoever secures the assignment will win.
Oh.
But like, they just have to get them to the right extraction zone, and there's only 20 seconds left to get it done.
And what happens if you don't complete this task? Then it just
Oh.
goes.
They figured it
Sorry,
out.
I'm too excited now.
And so this is
That's it.
actually
All right.
an air tap, and they win.
Okay.
So that's the thing. You can either play for the neutral sector, or you can keep on pushing in one of the fronts and end the game as well.
Like all things Siege, you have multiple ways to pull off.
That's right.
A win. We've got more. We got more games going, by the way. So this one is finished, but next one up, we're going worldwide. Raza versus Pestily. Now,
Pestily's here? What?
Team Raza have some pretty formidable players on them. And I wonder how they'll be able to tackle Dual Front. We saw a more objective focus in that Pengu versus Spoit matchup than in the first. And again, it's going to come down to the way that teams tackle these objectives. Do you go for kills? Do you fight for each of the sections of the map? Or do you battle, as we just saw, in that neutral zone nonstop? And for the Spoit and Pengu matchup, the neutral zone was the way to go. They ended up winning because of it.
But again, that's the beauty of this being a new game mode, is there isn't a right or wrong way to play this. You can play it what you see fit, what you want to do. You make those tactical adjustments of whether you're rotating players or seizing a moment, seizing an opportunity, and then even collapsing and falling back if necessary. So again, we are going through and through to be seeing any way possible and played, because there is no developed meta just yet that maybe you guys are hiding that you're going to keep for yourselves and maybe run into you guys in one of these matches and quickly realize, okay, this is what we need to do.
Whatever meta we've developed, it's going out the window as soon as players get into the beta, because players just learn the game faster than anyone else on the dev team, and so that's going to evolve so quickly we won't even recognize it in a week.
Well, his game is finished, so let's hear what Pengu's thoughts on Dual Front are.
I am over here with the wonderful Pengu, everybody.
Yo, the most decorated
Thanks so
player
much
in
for joining us
Siege.
today. How you feeling?
Excited. I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit nervous, and I came into it. I went 0-3, got no kills in the beginning. I was like, oh, chalk it. But then the teamwork started happening, and next to me started making some calls, and it clicked. We got the W.
Lovely. I'm sort of curious, what do you think about mixing attackers and defenders? How's that feeling?
I love it because it creates even more flexibility than before. Obviously, Siege has been about soft destruction, hard destruction. Now you have stuff like Capcan traps if you're defending, mute jammers. For example, Priest and I, we start defending the bomb site. He's playing castle, I'm playing mute. We're locking them out of the map, essentially. And then if we join them on the attack, we can play more aggressive operators like the Grim, for example.
Amazing. Have you found any OP combos?
I can't talk about that because, like, what if people, they copy it and they beat us, you know? So no, can't leak strats right now.
Oh, perfect. I can let
Dang,
you back to
bruh.
it. Thank you so much.
Yo, Pengu going crazy.
Thank you, Patricia. You can take Pengu out of the game, and his former team did, but you can't take the player.
Yo, that's crazy.
I gotta get my digs in. But you can't take the player out of the actual match. He's not even giving away secrets in a show match. Like, come on.
Saving strats for SI.
Yeah, exactly. He's saving strats for the next match. Team
What?
Raza versus Team Pestily is up next. A reminder about those drops. I mentioned that we have partnered streamers. Everybody here is streaming as well. And we've got streamers at home that are also co-streaming this. Tune in and get to enjoy the action. I know that you want to hear us, but you've also got other people to tune in too. Now, that matchup between Spoit and Pengu went by pretty quickly.
Think with the legs, brother.
How does that match up with your expectations of a typical game of Dual Front?
So one of the interesting things about the neutral sector assignment is it randomly triggers in the middle of a match. between, I think it's like 10 minutes and 15 minutes. Is that right?
It's like first 5 in.
Yeah.
So after 5, it can happen at any time.
So they already were pretty advanced in
Thank
the
you for the
match,
likes, brother. Thank you for
and
the
then
likes.
it did end. So that's about the time that you can expect. 15 to 20 minutes is the average game length, and then you can jump into the next one right away. So you get a lot in a little package.
Hold on a second, gentlemen. I'm seeing something here on your screen. Does your outfit show up on the loading screen before you get into Dual Front?
Absolutely. You got to flex whatever you got.
Yo,
I
Clay.
think it's called Skinnergizing. Raza, that's your own teammate.
Well, he's got to take off the shades. I think he's a little discombobulated.
He can't see right now. He's too cool. Too cool for school.
Yo, Clay, I
that's
feel like
something
they're
that
trying to
we haven't
appeal
really
for like the
seen a
Call
lot,
of Duty
right? Like,
audience, if you really think about it.
There's always been chatter online about, oh, like the player cards before the match should
Hey,
show
yo.
my skins.
Hi,
In
sir,
Dual
VC.
Front, you've now made it so that when you load into a game,
He's not in VC?
your outfit and your gun skin are shown off.
Oh, he left? Oh,
So
okay.
I also did notice when you first initially start out, you aren't just able to quickly run in to a different sector. You are blocked off right there. Is that
How you enjoying it, Voodoo? What do you think?
prep phase or?
That's exactly the intent there,
Ooh.
is that it gives time
I'm looking for
those in the
accessories.
defending
I'm
lane to
watching.
actually
It's
do their
good.
setup and get ready. It
I
gives
think
time
they,
for
I,
the
I think they
defending
should.
other
They need to
buyers
like
back.
show like new cosmetics.
I'll let this
New.
be known
They're probably
that
gonna
the
show that
neutral
like
sector is
later.
always
They're trying to
neutral.
try to like
So if you
show
wanna
off
frag it out
everything,
as
but
soon as you start, you can go and
Well, I think the
do it there.
gameplay is equally important too.
Well, I'm sure there's
It
a lot of people
shows
that want
that
to hear you say that. That just want to get straight.
you know they spent
into
the time
thick.
developing a game that works.
Just like regular Siege, or
At the
core
very
Siege, if I
least.
can call it that, destruction is a huge part of this. You talked about it, you talked about it as well. Well, we just got to see it firsthand. A lot of these teams are kind of treating this like team deathmatch.
yo, you can swing
That's the
around.
rebel, by the
What
way, that
the?
was shown that you can now swing around corners.
Amazing.
The very first time in our very first match that we just saw that, the crowd went wild. I don't know if you heard that, but
That was
no,
crazy.
destruction, it plays a huge part. I mean, a lot of these teams, again, are treating it like a team deathmatch, but here, you can reshape the map to your advantage.
That's right. And even, we saw it before, you can reshape the neutral sector. In fact, one of the things that we've been playing with is you can jump into the neutral sector before you attack, reinforce where you need to, or open
Justin,
up
what
where
up?
you need to, so that you actually lay the groundwork for the match to evolve.
So I did notice within these sectors there are still default cameras that are up. And we've already talked about regenerative utility. Is that the same thing with barricades? If a team just is absolutely not attacking, they're more focused on defending, where they just immediately fell off, will those barricades come back up? Or is that through and through, once that destructibility is there, it's perfect?
Yeah, once the destructibility is going in place in the match, it's kind of the story of that match. So we allow that to be the permanent like beats that had happened throughout it. So if anything's being broken down, like we talked about the cheat code where you got a soft wall, maybe not reinforcing it right away is a good move. So you get that second layer of destruction happening. But once it gets direct, then you
Ooh,
reinforce
Pesky
it.
going
Now there's a
crazy.
second barrier to stall them out.
Josh is giving that key intel for everyone listening, so you might want to take him up on that. There's a little tricks of the trade of this. Don't barricade right away. Wait for it to start being destroyed and then put it up.
Another interesting thing, though, when it comes to destruction, you'll see that the barricades are color-coded. And that's because the team that has their own color can tear it down. And so you can see a sector evolve over time as the new barricades of the attacking team come out, because now they're reinforcing it and the defenders have to recapture.
He's gonna plant.
We've
The bomb
spent
looks a little
almost
different.
decade of watching round by round things reset. It's a little bit odd to see persistent destruction in this game. So, I mean, you'd see it in TDM from time to time when eventually, you know, a map would be reduced to smithereens. But not only do you see it now, but it plays a much bigger impact than it does in TDM, right? TDM
is
is
going
a
on?
fun game mode. But here, there's much more strategy, as you pointed out.
Hey, yo.
And the way you go about it will only deepen people's understanding of how to play this game.
You know, Raza just displayed that perfectly of questioning whether or not that was one of his fellow cap cans or another team's trap, and then scanned it to see if it was, found out it was, and then shot that. Again, that's another thing as a veteran player, when you're going to be experiencing this, you are going to have to be so aware of the utility that is placed around the map, placed around the sector, because you don't know if it's yours. You don't know if it's the other team. You always have to be on alert. So again, it adds such another core development and process that you're going to be going through while playing.
I feel like Capkin is gonna be annoying, bro. So
We're just
annoying
moments
on
away
this
from
map.
starting our last match of the day. Gentlemen, it's been great having you here, and I'm assuming you'll be riding along for that last one. But is there anything that you want to talk about that we haven't seen?
Ooh,
yet
the
by any
extinguisher.
chance?
Actually, we've seen quite a bit here that we haven't dug into yet, and we're about to, because there are changes that are coming that you might have seen in Dual Front. They're coming to the entire game. So
Ooh.
we'll be talking more about that very soon, actually.
You're just going to tease people.
Yep, that's
You're
it.
not.
Not even just teasing people, teasing us. We're
Teasing
up there. You
us.
can whisper in our ears before you head out.
Hey, yo.
Admittedly, we had to tease them earlier on with the new game mode and all that special stuff, but good things come to those who wait. Our very last matchup of the day is upon us for Dual Front, at least. Team Skittles, who you heard from earlier, and Team Meaty Marley will do battle. Fun fact about both of these team captains, both of them started their careers hiding their identity, and we eventually got a Skittles face reveal, and now we know what Meaty Marley looks like. The question is, game. Will their gameplay
I'm good.
be
I
as
think my
handsome
mic
as they
moved.
are?
Oh, yeah.
I think they will, but something that really
make sure
sticks
it's
out
what
for
you
me
want.
with both these rosters, if you were to ask me, who do you
Thanks,
think's
man.
the favorite here? I don't have one, for the
Yeah, yeah.
simple fact that your boy Roy and Atheno look a little deflated in their biceps. I don't think they got their pumping for the day. So
Hey,
you're
yo.
definitely gonna have to rely on the 5 players, I should say.
This man
on
said the
inside to
pumping
pick
for
up
the
the
day,
weight
bro.
from
I
those.
need that, bro. I need the pump.
I have
I need
a
a
slight
pump.
suspicion as to what the devs were talking
Ooh.
about, by the way, because they said there's something that we're changing in
Ooh,
regular
ooh.
Siege that wasn't mentioned, but it was briefly shown on the reveal video before this. And then we saw what looked like a pipe on fire, which, as far as I'm aware, Gabriel, there's no operator who puts down explosive pipes.
No, there isn't, and I was curious of that too because, I mean, you know, as chefs, we add tons of ingredients to our meals and for people to digest, and that's kind of what I'm seeing
How do
here,
I
is
play
that
it?
ingredient is now being added into the gameplay.
You
that
gotta
we
get
all
a
know
drop,
what
my
shoot.
guy.
We don't have operators that are laying
When I
down
got the
these
drop,
pipes that
so
can
when
be
you get
shot.
the
Is he gonna
drop,
shoot it? No, he's not
you
gonna
gotta
shoot it.
wait till the stream's
As
over,
for
and then
what
you
that
type in the
quote-unquote
code,
ingredient
or it's
might
gonna be on the
be,
test
devs
server.
will be
Probably gonna
talking
type in the
about
code.
that later on. I
You just
do
gotta
like
wait
that
express.
We have a big mix of players here in Atlanta. You've got controller
Yo, can you drop me a
players,
follow as
you've
well? I
got mouse
appreciate
and
it.
Keyboard players. You've got Siege vets. You've got former pros. You've got world champions. You've got people
Dude,
who,
that
as far
hat
as
go
I'm aware,
crazy.
might not have ever really touched Rainbow Six
Yeah,
Siege.
I mean, Narcoleptic Nugget. He doesn't touch CS. I mean, look at the gameplay right there. I know we know him from Siege, but I'm a little disappointed in his gameplay so far.
This was the man whose biceps you made fun of earlier.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna regret it because, I mean,
Do you think he could take you in a fight?
yes, for sure. I mean, look at him. He's so locked in. Actually, I lied. He just missed that.
Well, it was through a wall.
Oh, was
There are outlines on operators as well, because as you might have noticed on the top of the screen, the teams can run the same ops.
They can.
So you can have two vigils on the board at the same time. We saw in one of our
What?
earlier matches there were two docks on the board, and outlines
Is there
are
a
very
ban
important to
place?
be able to
Bandit
distinguish.
twice.
Is it a
I don't think
friendly
Bandit's
dock,
there.
or is it an enemy dock?
Well, I mean, that's something that you're going to have to decipher, like I was saying, with the utility that's going to be on the map. You're going to have to keep in mind a mental awareness of, okay, we're seeing it right
What's
there.
this? No, Macy, get off drone!
See, he's not, you know, he's not appreciating. Okay.
There it is.
Okay, so that's interesting. So, you know, we talked about operators not being able to lay anything like that, but in similarity to a Capital Bolt, similar to a Goyo canister, I mean, this creates a completely different new look and what we can see in Siege X.
This has been an interesting matchup between these two teams. They're playing it very slow, which is in stark contrast to the first game that we saw that had Uzi killing everybody in the server. Now, they talked a lot about this neutral sector, and it's coming in pretty quickly. Again, it can spawn at different intervals. This one in just under a minute, and it'll be only 9 minutes into action. Will these teams pay that neutral sector and the assignment that comes with it the same respect that we saw from that Pengu and Sploit matchup? That is the question. Uh-oh.
Now, I am curious how long. Okay, so that flame actually does get put out pretty quickly. Doesn't
It's not a Goyo canister.
No, it's not.
Recoil canister lasts 20 seconds. That looked like about 3.
That I don't even think 3. Maybe like 2. But I
Like,
think
yeah, it was like a second and a half.
I'll wait to see.
You're
if
gonna fight with
anything-
me over a single second?
No. Completely unrelated to what we were just about to talk about that we might see later on. But I mean, so far, this game mode is intense. There seems to be constant action no matter where you're looking, whether you are the one defending or you are the one attacking.
Now, speaking of, Alpha has to defend against the diffuser that's been put down while also dealing with the hostage objective in the middle of the map. That's the assignment that has spawned in. So you've got 6 players on your team. How many do you send to deal with that diffuse kit, and how many do you send to deal with the assignment?
That's the biggest thing. You know, if I'm in this situation, I'm sending at least 3. At least 3
To which one?
To the neutral sector, to go for that hostage and keeping 1 on one end and 2 on the other, so that way you are still covering all of your bases where you need to, covering those sectors, making sure not only you can defend, but you can still attack, but you can still go for that neutral sector. And they're trying to go. Okay, they did get it.
Varsity managed to pull it off.
I am curious if they know where to bring and extract the hostage here, whereas in the previous game, they were unfamiliar, which I think it's going to be the exact same situation.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's worth noting that everybody who is playing this game has little to no experience with it.
I would have done the same exact thing if I wasn't playing with Joshua.
Yeah, fair enough. So again, it comes down to learning on the fly and differing skill levels, differing platforms, etc. You will be able to get your hands on this beta for Dual Front later today. Again, link your Ubisoft Connect, link your Twitch account, and watch this stream or one of the partnered streams for about 30 minutes, and then you'll be in. You'll be able to play on PC and current gen consoles. Now, it looks like Skittles might be able to pull it off.
I think he's going to.
Funny because we listened to the on-boarder that don't board the helicopter.
But
when
now
the
you board.
the literal opposite is the focus here.
I mean, it's up to that one Brit to shut this out right here and not make sure. And Skittles,
Ooh.
I mean,
Dang.
oh, that
Dang.
was devastating right there.
Dang.
Now he's gonna go for it. I mean, again, this is a beautiful thing, once again, is where you're not just focused on the sectors. You do have to focus on another objective, which is, again, it's so unique, and it still allows you to be in control of any scenario at any given moment, to be able to shift,
That's Dokkaebi,
to
that's-
rotate,
okay.
to be elusive, that you can't just focus on one thing. You have to shift your focus in
Bye,
other places
Dokkaebi.
through and through, which again, for new players,
Yo!
old players, it allows you to constantly learn and adapt, which that's what Siege has been about for years.
And what you learn about this game mode is going to change very quickly.
Yes.
Assignments will be changing.
The weapon inspect. Ooh.
Do it again, do it again!
That weapon skin was booty, but ooh.
I don't think they're capable of hearing us. But again, just to kind of underscore how this game mode will be supported, a season in Rainbow Six Siege is about 3 months, give or take, because we have 4 a year, just like regular seasons. Twice a season, the operator lineup will change, which means that for a lot of players, as you're finding your footing, things will shift. And then at the start of each new season, the assignment will change. Right now, it's rescue Dokkaebi, pick up the hostage, get her to the helicopter, save her. But who knows what's next?
Man, show me that
There's one
bank
thing
vault.
that I've noticed that
That's what I
isn't
want to see real
present,
quick.
and that's anything to do with secure area.
Exactly.
If you look at the
I like
original
this game
three
mode,
modes
but
of
like
Rainbow Six
I'm gonna be
Siege,
playing
you have
regular
the
Siege. I'm
regular
not gonna.
bomb,
I'll be
which
playing
is
this
the
too.
whole
Like
premise of Dual
this is
Front.
cool,
You
but
have hostage, which is the special assignment.
we play
where
Siege for a
secure area
reason.
Could it?
I don't know.
Bro,
Coming
I
next
have
or
a
coming at
fuck
some
with this. I'm
point
not
in
gonna lie.
future
The
seasons.
thing is,
We're
it's
already
gonna be
getting
rough
getting
at
something brand new
first,
with Dual Front,
but
and it
imagine
already
like
being
we're at 6
heat
stacks,
loads of different things involved.
we're
So we could see an
vibing,
entirely different,
and the game,
brand
you know, the
new
game's
mode
moving this
introduced.
quick.
Well,
It would be
I mean,
fun.
You know what I mean entirely.
Once you learn
I
the
know what you
maps,
mean.
once you get used
Exactly.
to the,
So,
you
I
know what
mean,
I'm saying?
honestly, everything's
This
up in
could
the
be
air.
real fun.
Yeah, because it is a
And
new
it allows
game.
the
They are
developers
basically like
toy
trying
with the game,
to.
frankly. The
um,
Siege X formula
They want
has
people
been
to like
around and has been tweaked
get into
over
it
time.
who are
You're
from
gonna see
COD
some
and
more of
stuff.
those
I understand
tweaks
why
coming
they're
up in
doing
the
it,
next
but
portion of this showcase in the core gameplay update section. But you can't really reinvent Siege. But if you want to experiment, Dual Front is a great game mode where you can take those liberties and try out some new stuff, and who knows?
I agree.
Just as right now, original core Siege has influenced Dual Front, something could be cooked up for this game mode that is popular enough, maybe one day down the line, we see it in the core game. Maybe not. This is us idly speculating, but again, it gives the devs a chance. Oh, it gives the devs a chance to talk about this new game mode.
And of course he's MVP.
Of course. We've got our last interview for Dual Front with Fastan and Patricia.
Thank you. Hey, Fastan, how are you doing?
I'm doing very good. I'm so excited to be here. The game's been a lot of fun. It's been great.
Oh, amazing. Thank you for letting me take I wanted to ask you about strategy. How's the team strategy been? How's that evolving?
Well, our team's doing really good on the strategy front. I feel like, with the people that we're playing against, people said we were not going to stand a chance with some major winners against us or something like that. We played 2 games yesterday, 1 game today. All I want to say is we are 3-0 up in games because we are taking Dokkaebi as our win condition. If you get Dokkaebi and you Extractor, you actually get 2/3 off a sector, and that's been helping us win 3 games in a row, and it's been absolutely amazing so far.
Oh, amazing insight. Thank you so much, Fastan. Really appreciate your time being here. Can't wait for more gameplay.
Well, thank you so very much. And again, it's great to have everybody here under one roof playing this game, and we get to get real-time opinions on what we're watching, because we only get to see their perspective, but they get to play it, they get to experience it, and almost every single match played differently.
Yeah. Well, it goes into what I was saying. This is a brand new game mode. It's unexplored. Everyone is going to be approaching it entirely different, whether it's going to be here or you guys later once this all wraps up. It is an unfamiliar area for everybody. So again, there isn't going to be a meta just yet. Who knows? There might not even be a meta in general because there is many factors to take into here that we just have not seen throughout Siege's history.
And if you're new to this stream and just catching up to speed, the game mode we just watched, the new permanent 6v6 game mode coming to Siege X, is going to be playable later today. We'll be giving out beta keys to those who have their Ubisoft Connect and Twitch accounts linked together. So you can get the keys here, you can get it from the partnered streams as well. You just got to watch about 30 minutes, then you'll get access to the beta code. It'll go live when the show wraps up later today. But we've got Patricia ready yet again. As I said, this show's going to go quick. I didn't lie. Patricia, take it away.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Intero and Laxing. How are you guys enjoying Dual Front? Pretty cool. You just heard them talking about some core gameplay updates that we will be revealing in the next segment. So all that's left is for me to set the stage. Please welcome back directors Alexander Karpazes and Christopher Budgeon.
That was weird. Sorry, stream.
With Siege X, we're taking Rainbow Six Siege to new heights. Launching June 10th at the start of Year 10 Season 2, this evolution of Siege builds upon everything that makes the game so special. In the first part of our showcase, we showed you Dual Front, our new 6v6 game mode. And there's a lot more to talk about. Siege X will deliver sweeping updates across all of Siege.
Okay.
With a strong focus on modernizing our maps, refining our gameplay, and evolving our audio, with much, much more to come. At its heart, our philosophy remains the same. Reinforce what makes Siege so unique. Its deep tactics, intense strategy, and the thrill of outsmarting your opponents.
But before we dive into what's next, we want to take a moment to recognize those who have made all of this possible. You, our players.
Let's go.
And I bet there's some veteran players in this very room. Your commitment and support over the years has shaped Siege into what it is today. and we have something special to show our appreciation.
Imagine being a
look
veteran
at our
player,
veteran
never
rewards.
reaching like, never getting above
This is a
silver.
special way to celebrate
That would
your
be
time
crazy.
with Siege. For each year you've been with us, you'll
Ooh.
receive a unique reward to honor your dedication. If you've been with us since year 3, for example, you'll receive 7 rewards from year 3 to year 9. And for those who have been with us since year 1, we've prepared something truly special.
Yeah!
Exclusive Black Ice skin.
Woo! I'm crying.
Let's go, baby!
This is our way.
I don't think I played
of
in year
saying
1.
Thank you for standing with
I
us
did.
through every battle, every season, and every moment that continues to shape the future of Siege.
We also want to celebrate your legacy in Siege with a special badge of honor. This exclusive badge marks the year you joined the fight, a testament to your dedication and journey in the game. Whether you're a recent recruit or a battle-hardened veteran, this badge is yours to wear with pride. Now, it's time to talk about an important change that's come into the game.
Wait, is that for Siege X
Recently,
only?
we introduced crossplay. Giving
It's
you
the same
ability to
game.
play with your
It's
friends,
just taken
no
over.
matter which platform they're on.
Oh.
With Siege X, we're tearing down barriers, ready to welcome more players that want to experience the best tactical FPS.
Free to play.
We want to make it easier to invite your friends to play the game. We want to continue to grow the community, and we want to continue to build this game with veterans and new players from around the world. Starting June 10th, with the launch of Siege X, new players will be able to download the game for free and jump directly into the Siege experience.
What do you mean?
I told you guys.
Free access.
I told you.
But we want to ensure that Siege remains fair and protected, particularly for Ranked and Siege Cup. So, let's break it all down so you know what to expect as a new player and a veteran.
With free access, players can dive into our brand new game mode, Dual Front. Learn the mechanics through our onboarding playlists, sharpen their skills in Quick Match, have fun in seasonal events, and we heard you. Unranked is making its long-awaited comeback.
Okay.
I thought standard was
Unranked
unranked.
offers
Just
a
call it
competitive
something
yet
different.
approachable experience for free
Nah,
access
no,
players
it's
to
different.
test their skills and explore the new pick and ban system, which you'll see in action in our show match later on.
So this is going to
Free
be like an
access
update
players
to
can
the Siege
experience
you already got?
core Siege gameplay,
Yes,
and
yeah.
access training modes.
But it's free to
earn
play.
access
It's
to
going to be
unlock
like a free to
rewards.
play update,
As
basically.
part of the new onboarding process, players can earn and customize up to 26 operators through
Ooh.
play. Additional operators can still be unlocked using the currency they earn to continue to grow their roster.
Hey,
The most
yo,
competitive playlists,
yo.
Ranked and Siege Cup, are high stakes and reserved for those who unlock the next level of Siege competition through premium access. And as always, you'll need to be level 50 to participate. Also, I want to reassure our dedicated
Wait.
players.
What?
will
You
keep
gotta
access
pay to play ranked?
everything you have.
Yep. It's basically a new game.
That's
They're
right.
saying it's an
Don't worry,
upgrade,
veteran
but
players.
it's a new
You'll
game.
keep
It's a new
access
game.
to everything
It's
you've
just
earned
taking over the
over
old
past
one.
10 years. Your access to our competitive playlists, such as Ranked and Siege Cup, your progression, your
He's talking
operators,
too fast for
your
me.
inventory.
Slow down so
will
my
all
brain
be
can
yours
process it.
to keep and to continue building for the future. No payments or action required to transfer your progress. As Siege continues to grow, we're not just preserving your legacy, we're refreshing the experience for every player. With Siege X, our totally revamped UI will be more than just a new coat of paint. How you navigate through game modes, browse your battle pass, and interact with Siege is faster, it's more intuitive, and more immersive. The UI overhaul also streamlines your experience as you track your journey as a Siege player. So whether you're a veteran bringing in new friends or a fresh recruit, we've revamped Siege's global progression system.
Ooh, okay.
Levels, reward unlocks and challenges have been improved, making it easier to track your progress and navigate the early stages of the game. Our focus was to make getting into Siege as fun as possible, while giving you the tools you need to learn the deep and rewarding systems of the game.
We're thrilled to welcome new players into Siege with free access. And we know that a growing community comes with responsibility. With SiegeX, we're making sure the game is the most secure it's ever been. That means industry-leading player protection, fairer matchmaking, and continued efforts to encourage a positive game that welcomes everyone. First, let's talk about game security.
Siege has one of the most
Last
toxic
month at
fan
the Six
bases
Invitational,
I've ever
we
seen in my life.
introduced our Six
It does,
Shield
it does.
Guard, our latest anti-cheat initiative. To catch up on the current status of R6 Shield Guard, let's hear from programming team lead Adrian Fraisse.
Yo, you gotta wait till after the stream to
Chilling
claim
at
it,
the
my
city
guy.
of the
You gotta wait till after the
and we
stream.
won't rest until it's a thing of the past. At SI, we introduced our new initiative, Rainbow Six Shield Guard. R6 Shield Guard takes a multifaceted approach to anti-cheat. Our QB system distributes different
Bro,
executables
speaking
to our
French or
players,
English?
preventing tampering and issuing sanction when detected. Binary hardening is the act of encrypting and hardening our game code to make it even more difficult to tamper with. Our security measures have rendered cheat makers' capacity to come back online much harder, with some of them exiting the scene entirely. Gameplay Violation, our in-game defense system that allows for detecting players performing impossible behavior within the game, like sprinting while shooting. This system basically renders raid cheating a thing of the past, and we are working to keep it that way. Our next line of defense, Mousetrap, detects the use of mouse and keyboard in console pools. Our final line of defense is data. We use AI and analytics to detect irregular and exploitative behavior in the game. With SiegeX, our Shield Guard updates live without the need of a scheduled maintenance. Cheats will be harder, more difficult, and costlier to make, and cheat makers won't be able to anticipate security updates before they come in. Our Shield Guard is a long-term investment. We're here to stay, and we can't wait to share more.
Also, they've tripled their team, by the way, guys. They've tripled their team because I knew it was going free to play. It was obvious. Like, if you triple your anti-cheat team, come on.
Anti-toxicity in the game seriously as well, and we've made huge strides to make sure that everyone feels comfortable playing the game. We've doubled down on our mission. There is no room for abusive language and harassment in Siege. Here's Lancelot
Thank you. I'm
Sattier,
so tired of
Associate
getting
Director
called.
of Player Protection and Game Security, to talk about the systems we have in place.
You probably can't say anything in chat.
We know that toxicity has become more frequent in game, especially with a constant increase over the past 2 years. But the good news is, since Year 9 Season 4, the past December, we are now seeing the first decrease in toxicity.
December.
This is thanks to features such as our rework reputation system that addresses recurrent toxicity while rewarding
You
constant
sound like the
positive
dude off
behavior.
of SpongeBob, the
Plus,
narrator.
our recently implemented
Chill.
automated take shot moderation, since its
It's
release in Year
cute.
9 Season 4,
I like
number
it,
of
but I'm just
unacceptable
saying.
messages has been divided by 2. We are constantly
Bikini
working
Bottom.
to improve and balance detections. We are also dedicated to protect potential targeted players with our privacy setting features. In Year 10, the reputation system is fully activated. It means that the most toxic players, the one with a dishonorable standing, have been removed from ranked, standard, and Siege Cup matches as they were impacting 25% of games played.
Okay.
Players with a positive standing are receiving rewards and specific care backgrounds. The more constructive feedbacks we receive, the better and fairer our systems are. To do so, use the in-game code function or contact us through R6Fix. We are listening to your feedback, and player protection will continue to evolve to make sure that the game is safe for you, even more with free access.
We need better rewards, bruh. Player backgrounds aren't
Anti-cheat
enough.
and anti-toxicity are top priorities for us on Siege. And I want to thank Adrien and Lancelot and their teams for their work making the game the most competitive and fair it's ever been. Now, let's talk about the maps and visual updates we mentioned at the Six Invitational. We've been listening, refining, and working behind the scenes to bring you game-changing updates to core Siege gameplay. SiegeX isn't just about the new experiences. It's about making the 5v5 Siege you love even better. From mechanics to quality of life improvements and everything in between, we're ushering in a new era for Siege.
One of the biggest changes coming to Siege is our modernized map update. We know how important maps are in Siege, and we've been hard at work improving visuals, readability, and overall gameplay flow to make every engagement more tactical and immersive. These updates will enhance lighting and textures and be more in line with the dark, gritty tone that people picture when they think of Siege, all while maintaining the strategic depth players love. But words can only do so much, so let's take a look at how these changes come to life in action.
It's Rainbow Six Siege X. Let's freaking go. What?
Yeah, that's crazy. I remember old Siege was very bright. That ball looks crazy.
Everything's just, it's just easier to see everything.
They redid Bank.
What?
Not the pole.
It's just clear. I feel like it's gonna run better. It's gonna look better. Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow. Ooh, it's darker a little bit.
Oh, look at Cafe.
Let's go.
That's right. At launch, SiegeX will introduce 5 fully modernized maps: Clubhouse, Chalet, Bank, Cafe, and Border. After the season of SiegeX's debut, each new season will deliver 3 more modernized maps.
Let's go.
We've done significant work on these environments. We've rebuilt the lighting engine to bring more realistic atmosphere with richer contrast and colors. All major surfaces have been redone, with materials looking more real thanks to updated, physically based rendering standards, displacement mapping, exposure compensation, and increased resolution. For PC players, that means an optional true 4K texture pack for the sharpest, most detailed environments possible.
Your frame's about to drop.
For those watching the stream, we'll be sharing all of these videos today at full resolution so you can see the difference. Building on the technology of lighting and modernized
You hear
maps,
them yelling?
we're also
Yep.
introducing a
Somebody said,
feature
"That's that
that
good
adds
lighting."
a whole new layer to tactical awareness: first-person shadows.
Hey. Oh, I heard about this.
What?
That's actually real dope.
Now you'll have to think twice about your positioning. If you're entering a room or passing a hallway, you'll be able to see whether your shadow is revealing your location to waiting enemies. This small but crucial detail makes movement and positioning more important than ever. The reason we can make all these changes and still ensure a competitive experience is because of a major change we're doing in making our enemy outlines updated.
When we talk about stealth in Siege, we want players to focus on how much noise they make, not how visible they are. We always want enemies to be clear and identifiable. The new outline system means, even with the more immersive lighting, enemies can't hide in the shadows. This is a big change, but one that over time feels natural and ensures a
Look
fun
at how dark
and fair
that lighting
game.
was.
As usual, we'll keep listening to your feedback and make adjustments as needed.
Graphics do look crazy.
Another big change is the Repel update in SiegeX, bringing more
Huge,
options to the most unique movement mechanics in first-person shooters.
Rappelling has always been a defining feature of Siege, but we knew it could be even better. With Advanced Rappel, you can now sprint along the wall, and you can pull off what we saw Callie do back in the Playbook story trailer. You can now transition around corners while on Rappel, including when sprinting.
What?
Here's those improvements in-game.
No. Yo, this is crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh. Yo, that's cool. Yo! Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Oh
I can't
my.
wait. Advanced Warfare, chill.
Smooth cornering and sprinting
Yo, I
makes
remember that
rappelling on
game.
a wall and executing a plan so much more satisfying.
It's all about giving players more control, making movement feel natural, intuitive, and immersive. This is why we've also taken the time to update our basic movement in the game to include momentum as well. No more start and stop movement, but true flow and responsiveness. Let me give you a concrete example of this in action. Picture yourself moving across the bed in the bedroom gym side of Clubhouse. Before the changes, as soon as you ran off the bed, you would immediately stop running, drop straight down, and then start running again once
What?
Just jump on it and
with
keep
the
going.
momentum-based movement update, you will continue to run off of short drops and carry your momentum with you. This achieves a new level of flow and
That's so
immersion
dope.
in the
That's
moment-to-moment action of Siege.
crazy.
We can't
That's
wait
gonna help
to
so
see the
much.
creative
It's gonna help
players
so
that
much.
these changes will inspire.
We've talked visual improvements and new movements. Let's dive into something that's going to shake up gameplay itself. Say hello to Destructible Ingredients.
Oh. Hello, destructible
During an
ingredient.
operation, every detail matters. Your intel, your loadout, your position, but above all else, your environment.
What the?
Glass is nuts.
Yo, Glass is gonna get major buffs.
A good glass could really carry though.
For real though.
Look at how.
Oh,
dark
you can EMP
everything
that
is.
now? What the heck? What the? What? That was crazy. Yo, what?
All right, I freaking love these things. Destructible Ingredients are shaking things up in Siege, bringing fresh tactical
Oh, so they're
opportunities
like
for
a
both attackers and
EMP
defenders.
or something.
These aren't just environmental details. They're strategic tools that swing the outcome of combat engagements in modernized maps and dual front. First up, fire extinguishers. You'll see these scattered across the map, and when they're destroyed, they
Yep.
release a thick cloud of smoke,
Yep.
giving you some quick visual cover,
Shut the-
but that's not all. If an enemy is standing too close with one burst, they'll be concussed.
That's
setting
insane.
you up
That's
for a perfect
insane.
push.
Okay,
Next,
GTA, I
we have
see.
gas pipes, and these can really
crazy.
disrupt the flow of the fight. Shoot it, and it releases a controlled flame, cutting off rotations and forcing roamers to move. But here's the catch. Once the fire reaches its peak, the pipe explodes, covering the area in flames and creating a brutal area denial effect. And finally, metal detectors.
Oh, okay.
You have seen these before, but they're a little more responsive than you've come to know them. Metal detectors are now fully
Yeah, the beep, beep,
interactive.
beep, 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 beep.
Let's go.
Good. That will give you away.
Yep.
Beep, 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 beep.
You can
I
disable
can't
them
stand that.
temporarily or permanently, giving you the control over when movement is detected.
Oh
Do you
my.
disable them to sneak through unnoticed, or leave them on to bait enemies into giving away their position? You can even destroy them outright with explosives.
Yo.
Let's go.
That's crazy.
I feel like you should be able to
These
shoot
destructible
them,
ingredients
but
introduce new tactical possibilities,
you,
giving
maybe.
players more ways to manipulate their
only
surroundings
explosives.
and outplay
or
their opponents.
EMPs.
Each of these
Wow.
destructible ingredients adds a new layer of strategy and creates fresh opportunities for creative play. Whether you're using them to gain an advantage or counter an opponent's plan, they'll keep every round dynamic and unpredictable. We can't wait to see
Wow,
the
that's
tactical strategies
crazy.
you'll come up with. Destructible ingredients will be available in modernized maps and in the dual front game mode. And we're not done working on destructible ingredients. we'll be listening to all of you to see how we evolve them in the future.
Ooh, I can't wait for weapon inspect.
Speaking of listening, audio in Siege is one of the most important tools a player can use to get a competitive edge. That's why we're introducing the biggest audio overhaul Siege has ever seen or heard.
As long as I can tell if they're upstairs
Every
or downstairs,
gunshot,
I'm cool.
footstep, and explosion will be more accurate, more immersive, and more clear than ever before. You're going to want to turn up your volume and put on your headphones for this one. Get ready to hear the difference.
Let's go.
Damn, I don't have my headset.
In Rainbow Six Siege, audio has been overhauled to convey a greater sense of accuracy in order to give players more cues to reliably detect
I can
enemy
hear
actions.
that.
It sounds different.
Yeah.
These audio enhancements add a layer of spatial distinctions, making it easier to tell if someone is coming from your left.
Really? It's that different?
Or your right. Sound propagation has been upgraded, with sound traveling vertically and allowing players to know if an enemy is pushing from above.
That's all I want.
Oh.
That's it. That's all I ask for.
Sound also propagates through openings created in surfaces, offering more immersion.
Oh my gosh, what the?
Sound reverberation is more realistic, relaying whether nearby actions are coming from a big room, a small room, indoors, or outdoors, making pinpointing enemy locations more reliable. These audio innovations offer new tools
we finna
to
go
adjust
stupid on
response
Siege,
tactics,
bro.
deliver
Yep,
to cause
yep.
noise to draw
We
rivals
finna
into
go
an ambush,
dumb.
We're going stupid.
or use carpeted areas
And
to
I'm
limit
off
the
tomorrow,
sound of
isn't it?
infiltration, and use
When is this
flashbangs
coming
to
out?
mask the sounds of powerful
3 months,
abilities,
3 months.
making for a
Beta
more
comes out
immersive,
tomorrow.
refined,
Or today,
and
today.
satisfying tactical shooter experience.
Yo.
Let's go, baby.
I get goosebumps every time I hear the new audio. With this audio overhaul, every sound in Siege is more precise and immersive than ever. You'll be able to pinpoint gunshots, footsteps, and explosions more accurately, whether they're coming from the left, the right, above, or below. Intel makes or breaks great plays in Siege. With these enhancements, audio has become an even greater Intel asset and is more reliable than ever. Audio will be able to provide the intel you need to succeed, but to truly dominate, teams need to be able to share that intel, coordinate attacks, and call out enemy positions. But we know that not everyone is comfortable using voice comms.
That's why we're introducing the Communication Wheel, a new tool
Yo.
to design communication faster, clearer, and more accessible for everyone.
In the heat of battle, communication is key. That's why the communication wheel is so important. It's your new way to call the shots and
Help
keep your
is
squad in
crazy.
sync. Need help with a breach or a rotate? Call out the spot for your play.
Ayo.
Is an area clear?
Oh.
Let your squad know it's safe to reposition.
Help, help,
Ready
help.
to make a push? Tell your team you are moving in and lead the attack. And when a teammate makes the right move, confirm it with an okay or send them a quick thank you to keep the teamwork flowing.
Let's go.
The communication wheel gives every player the tools to share their strategy regardless of their playstyle, keeping your team one step ahead.
We covered a lot of subjects, but what about weapons? We know how much players love their weapon skins, and now, for the first time in Siege, you can check them out with Weapon Inspect.
Let's go.
Ooh.
I know, we've been looking forward to Weapon Inspect just as much as you have. Rifles, pistols, shotguns, Siege has over 100 weapons in the game, and you can inspect every single one of them on the battlefield. Now is the time to flex your favorite skins and appreciate every single detail.
You're about to see all of these changes in action in a 5v5 show match with your favorite creators.
Wow.
But before we get there, I wanted to take a moment to speak directly to all of our veteran players and community. I'd just like to personally thank you for making Siege what it is today.
Wow.
Aww,
I myself am a year one player, and the last 10 years have been incredible. Thank you for the laughs. Thank you for the revives.
For
Thank you
real.
for the adrenaline pumping clutches. And thank you for the EMPs and cover fire as I was trying to open the main breach as my boy Thermite.
Damn, he's passionate, baby.
I mean, this is his work. You know, to have this many people enjoy your game
10
and
years of
keep
this
it
game
pushing
and the
for 10
moments that
years
have come
is
with it
crazy.
are truly something to celebrate. And I can assure you that we still have plenty in
It
store
is a good
throughout the year
accomplishment.
to celebrate this momentous milestone with all of you. We've been building towards this moment for 3 years.
Wow. All part of a day's work.
We've been building towards this moment for 3 years, and it feels unreal to finally be able to share it. SiegeX marks the beginning of a new era of Rainbow Six Siege. This is our commitment to keeping Siege at the top as the best team-based tactical shooter out there.
Yeah.
This is our commitment to the next 10 years of Siege.
Yeah.
And this is our commitment to you, our players, for being here this whole time.
Let's
Thank
go.
I want to be 35 looking back on this moment. Or thinking back.
Yo, chill. I'm already almost halfway there.
40-year-old playing Siege. Oh well. I'll play till I can't almost.
Rainbow Six Siege has changed my life, and I've had many players from around the world tell me the same thing. SiegeX is the continuation of this life-changing game. And on behalf of the entire team, who are working so hard to build on the amazing legacy, we would like to thank you all.
A round of applause.
The stories you share, the friends you make along the way, and the passion you have for the game inspires us to always make Siege better. And we have one more announcement. As you know, our esports event, Reload, will take place in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, this May. And today we can say that we are excited to announce that this will be the first Siege competition ever played on SiegeX.
Let's go.
Everything we just presented today will be there.
Oh, they named
The
it
modernized
Siege
maps,
X because
the
X
overhauled
in
audio,
Roman
the new
numerals is
repel
10.
mechanics, the
Yep.
works. Reload
Okay, I see what
will
they did
also
there.
be the place for us to share with you the full roadmap for year 10 and give you an idea of what's to come after the launch of SiegeX on June 10th. Before we jump into the 5v5 show match, I'm going to pass it over to Patricia.
Wow. Thank you so much, Alex and Josh. Incredibly exciting updates. Wow. And now, a little surprise for all of you Ash fans out there. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I wanted the one with the mask. That one's fire too.
Exclusive. How much it costs?
It's free, I think.
What? I was gonna say, what if it's like 50 cents?
Oh, you can get it now.
Well, an awful lot of information, and I didn't really expect it to get so emotional. But to Josh's point, it's not just the devs whose lives have been made better by this game. It's both of us as well. It's many of you. We're not just a community. In a lot of ways, it feels like a family. And for the last 10 years, So many people's lives have been made
I mean,
better
yeah.
by Siege. So
Think of all
from
the
both of
friends
us,
you've made from
a very
playing Siege.
heartfelt thanks to the dev team, to the publishers, to the developers who've worked on this, to the people on the esports side of things, to the streamers and content creators, but most importantly, to you watching. Because we wouldn't be here without you, the community.
Yeah, I mean, it's a surreal moment to be in this historical moment, you know, a decade of Siege, and to think that we're now here with something brand new for each and every single person, whether from the beginning and to now. I mean, it is truly a heartfelt moment, not only for me, for you, and like you said, for everyone around to just be in this moment, to partake in this. And again, thank you to each and every single one of you.
And why don't you give yourself here in Atlanta a round of applause, because you've been great so far today.
Oh, they're in Atlanta right now?
I know that there was some
Look at
onion cutting
Echo,
going on
okay.
moments
He's
ago, but this
cute.
is ultimately a celebration, and you've been spectacular so far. We are not done just yet. We do have a show match coming up. I'm excited. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
I'm excited. It's crazy.
I just complimented you. How are you booing me? I'm right. That's very hurtful.
Maybe weapon inspect? Oh.
I'm weapon inspecting my cue cards. They love it. That's a cheap pop. That's a cheap pop. A lot of big updates to the core of Siege. We saw a lot of it during Dual Front, but now you'll get to see it in action in what is called Core Siege, the game that you know and love, the game that you've been playing for some of you maybe a couple months, some of you maybe a couple days, some of you maybe since the game launched in December 2015. We've decided to adopt another dev though. We had both Alex and Josh on earlier,
Yeah,
and
I
now
played
we're
in,
going
like,
to bring in our good friend
2018.
Chris to talk about something else that is a little bit intriguing. It hasn't been in the game since the beginning, but it has become a fundamental part of Siege. And I am going to put some blame on you. You're the reason why people's favorite operators aren't available in certain games. We're going to be talking about pick and ban. While we talk about the pick and ban, let's get ready for Skittles versus Meaty Marley in our 5v5 show match. Yeah, get loud. Come on, you can do better than that.
Wait,
I feel like that was like the
What?
same energy. I'm surprised it's not as loud.
is it 3
Chris,
operators now?
There's something very different going on the
Yeah.
screen right now. Care to walk us through it?
Yeah, we're now
It's
seeing
3
our
for
newly
each.
updated pick and ban system for ranked, Siege Cup, and the returning unranked. So each team will ban one
Unranked,
operator
yeah.
before each round and up to 3 operators on each side. This new system is much faster to get into the action as both attack and defense ban and parallel.
3
It
is
also
crazy,
offers more strategic
bro.
options when planning your next round, as you can ban with the knowledge of which site you want to defend or attack. For example, if you want to defend
only ban
basement or
2
chalet,
in total.
you can ban Ram before the next round. You
What?
can also
What?
act on information you gain throughout the match. So if you
So
know
it's
they have a good
progressive
smoke,
bans.
you can take him off the table and force your opponents to switch
What
up
the
their
f-
defense.
What?
We're excited to see how this shakes up the meta. You can ban more ops. It's faster. And you have more
What?
intel to
Bro,
inform your decision.
you go off with bandit tricking,
We have a
right? They're like,
specific
nah,
adaptation
we
of
gonna
this
ban him
system
next
for
round.
esports
What?
competition.
No!
You'll see the esports version of this
is
new
gonna
pick
be
and ban
nice.
system in action for the first time at the Reload event in May in Rio, Brazil.
Thank you very much, Chris. Is there anything you want to add just before we
Wow.
say goodbye? We've unadopted you now. You're free to go. While we
So
watch
he's
the
the
game, is
one
there
that's
anything about the pick and ban
responsible
that
for
you
stuff
want to
like
touch on?
this.
I don't want to really touch on the pick and ban because we already went over that, but I will say, once again, thank you so much to our players. Thank you for today. Thank you for coming. The creators, the casters, our dev team, thank you so much.
And we thank you as well. It's a joint effort. There are a lot of people who worked tirelessly for countless hours to make not just Siege X happen, but this Siege X showcase. Lots of people behind the scenes. You get to hear and see our faces, but we're not here without the other people who are operating the cameras, the mics, production, and all of that. So
The
a
lighting
heartfelt
does
thank you
look
to them
look good, bro.
as well. So
There
That's
we
pretty
go.
nice.
There we go.
You're supposed to clap too.
Caught on in the end.
Now, one of the things that was touched on by the devs was that destructible ingredients.
Look above garage.
And we saw it immediately.
There's
Meaty
numbers
Marley
now, so you can
meleeing the fire
do a better
extinguisher.
call out.
And another one just went as well. Now, you can wait and let those destructible ingredients go off in the cut and thrust of a match. Or if you think that they might hinder you, you can get rid of them real early on. There's variations to it.
Again, it
That
adds
thermite
more
charge is
element
a lot bigger. Is it just
love
me?
that you can outsmart an
Like the
opponent.
hole
You
or
can
the
just get
The
rid of
hole
it
looks a lot
entirely. I love
bigger,
that you are
but I
able,
might be tripping.
whether you want to deal with it or you can get rid of
I
it
don't
right
know.
away. It
The
gives
lighting
that
do look
option,
good
which
though.
I always can
Like
appreciate
Clay
that
said.
it's not necessarily
Yeah.
forced. But again, the fact that this is now
It's really
another
dark.
element in these maps, such as Clubhouse, does change the dynamic of how this map can be played. For me, instantly, when I think about
Oh, the blood
rotating,
on the screen's
hit
crazy.
that active ingredient to make those pipelines go off, to cut off that rotate, whether that's an attacker, whether that's a defender doing that, it just creates another element to Siege.
Now the teams on your screen, as you can see, on the bottom portion, Skittles, Eldit, Macy J, Varsity Gaming, and Yo Boy Roy on one side. And speak of Roy, you said his biceps looked a little bit smaller, but the man is carrying his team at the moment.
You know, I think he got his workout in. I think the blood's flowing in the biceps. They're filled now. I mean, he got 2K. He just hit a frost mat, so honestly, leg day isn't looking too great. Can't lay there unless you don't have a strong core, so we might have to take that back.
That's
for the next
crazy.
round. But I
Ooh.
mean, 1v1.
These dudes are good.
Ooh.
He got
He
that.
punches it
He
out.
got that.
Ooh.
He's
took him
like
to the
that.
academy.
They did.
Oh my
First round
gosh.
New look of Clubhouse, by the way.
Yo.
Clubhouse is one of the 5 maps that have received a
Just looks like the
visual
same
update,
thermite
a
hole. Oh,
visual
my bad, bro. My bad.
overhaul. And as Chris
Yo,
mentioned,
thermite gotta go. Watch.
we don't just have the pick
Let's
and
see what they
ban
gonna
at the
do.
start of the match anymore. You ban operators between rounds. So in round number 1, the attackers didn't want to deal with the Valkyrie, so they got rid of it. The defenders didn't want to deal with
I told you,
Amante.
Bandit.
Yo,
Bro.
they're gonna be banning me
Bandit.
hard,
Bro.
bro.
This isn't an esport event,
Bandit is
but
out of
even the
there.
casual community says, we don't want to play with shields. Let's get rid of them. So a Blackbeard ban and a Bandit ban, and the one thing that you can lean upon from your experience playing is a Bandit ban by the attackers comes in because you are expecting your defending opponents to go to a certain... Looks like Team Meaty Marley will go down to basement, where Bandit isn't necessarily as critical. Kaid tends to be a stronger operator here.
Oh gosh, he
but
says
no
it like
Bandit
you.
means
Jesus.
that church wall downstairs.
It's his.
is
You
gonna
say it.
stay
You say it like
intact
Kaid.
and
That is his.
require some other type of denial, which by
It's
the way,
not
doesn't work.
Cade. It's
This team
Kaid,
is
man.
not bringing it all.
Come on,
Yeah, and again, it creates a completely
What is
different...
this?
bro. What
For
the
those
heck?
who are new
Oh
to
my
Rainbow
gosh.
Six
That's a
Siege,
troll. I'm gonna go to the
don't do
bathroom real
that.
quick.
What is
Oh
that?
my
Hey,
gosh.
it's okay to do
Vigil
that.
gotta go.
This could be used
all I
in a
know.
way that we've never seen before.
Do you think that we're about to witness a new competitive esport meta?
Absolutely.
With a triple unreinforced panel and a
people
lone mirror
reinforce it.
window?
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen, you know, what haven't you seen in Siege? It's endless opportunities, abilities. I just saw 3 cap cans at the front of that door. I don't typically see that. So the fact that we're seeing a mirror on an unreinforced church wall, it makes sense. I'm going for a spawn kill here, but Ross can't get it done. But back to your point of just, you know, the getting rid of certain operators through and through without each round instead of it being at the very forefront of it, again, creates such a different level in how you want to approach Siege. And that's always been the beautiful thing about Siege, is you can't get too comfortable. The meta is constantly shifting. And I think we can all agree that you need to be on your toes when you're playing Siege.
Thank you to Rolo for showing us how the weapon inspect plays in. I will say, with all the changes we've seen, the audience did seem to last.
Is this man literally hiring a mirror on refrigerator, bro?
Rightfully so, but I gotta also say,
I don't know, but I'm
the
gonna
visual
start spawn
enhancements as
peeking
well. Clubhouse looks absolutely...
That you started spawn peeking what? I went to the bathroom.
I think you could
Look,
smell
girl.
it in the lobby.
Bro, that's not a good idea.
Smells like a new build.
Yeah, it is. And Lair, I
Seems
copy
like
Clay
CJX
spawn peek.
is.
Going
Now, we
stupid.
both come from esports, so we're going to take some time to actually cast this like a real esport match. We'll also take some time to be a bit more casual in the way we go about this. And all of these players currently competing, no Clubhouse. It's one of the oldest maps. It came with the game in launch. It was the first map to receive an
Look at that
update,
feed.
tweaking it to
Crazy.
make it more competitive for where Siege was at. As the game evolved and we got more operators, maps became harder to defend, harder to attack, and they needed some refreshments. Clubhouse was the first map to get it. There have been a couple since, Oregon, Cafe, Chalet, etc. Varsity Game is
Oh.
out here.
Oh my
Farm and
God.
Clips, but
Somebody
it's
talking
Narco.
about
Gosh,
Varsity's gonna
dang.
put down.
Macy and Narco as the last two left. Diffuser running away, and a counter disable as Macy sweeps in.
Ooh.
And he blows the doors off of the defense. Macy as well, one of the OGs,
bro.
making content since the game basically first launched. There's a lot of Siege veterans and Siege royalty, if you could say that, in this lobby.
Without a doubt, and of course Macy's going to know how to play those post plants. I mean, you see his videos that he uploads. Macy does a very good job at capturing how Siege is played at a tactical mindset. He has a very, very good understanding of the ability to outplay an opponent. And again, for that post plant, easy, he gets it done. But again, seeing these bans come out, now the Dokkaebi makes sense. Vigil on a Clubhouse, little skeptical of that ban coming through. I think there are some operators on that list that you
This
could get
ban
rid of that would help.
it's gonna make
you
the
on
game
those
feel like it's
defensive
taking a little
maps.
bit longer.
But, oh wait, no, I believe that's the attacking half. That is my correction. I don't think for the attackers you really need to get rid of a Vigil on here. But again, the fact that you are now able to just get rid of
Nah,
these
ban
many
Vigil.
operators throughout the
To
game,
be honest,
it's, again, it's a completely different
somebody knows the meta.
We are running out of time for you to get access to the dual front beta. So if you are just tuning in, hurry. Link your Ubisoft account with Twitch and then watch either this stream or one of our partnered streamers, and you'll gain access to the beta code after about a half hour or so. You hope
I already got
Team
my
Meaty
code. Did you get your
Marley are
code
able to
yet?
Bring this one back. Because typically Clubhouse is a defender.
What is it for? Is it for the other game mode?
Yeah, it's for the other game mode, but you get to play CGX early.
For what we see out of Clubhouse.
Like this
But hey,
stuff?
It is a show match.
No, you don't
This
get
is
to play
not
just the other
of
thing.
competitive, And most importantly, it's not an esports competition.
Well, I think it's
You
just,
wanna play
when
regular
you look
season.
at Roy and you look at Varsity, he's kind of just taking him to school, and Roy's taking him to the gym. You know, they're both educating Team Meaty Marley on some degree.
Yeah. It's a cheeky little angle that we just saw from Rolo in a spot that
my
was popularized in
gosh.
esports called the Adam
I'm watching it
spot,
on
as
my
there was a player
TV
named
too.
Adam who
Yeah.
at one point in time hid there
And
as a
what's
vigil
gonna
went
happen is
undetected
nuts.
and
Look
then
at this.
got
Look
an
at this.
ace
Look at how
as he
many
came
people
back.
finna drop in. The whole team, bro.
What on earth? Atheno capitalizing off of that. Rasco trading back as Varsity gets one for Team Skittles. I feel like I cast
One out of the whole
this team, Gabe, as it's only Yo Boy Roy and Eldid as the last remaining. They'll plunge through the smoke of that fire extinguisher in the hallway. Marley lets the sledge of Yo Boy Roy swing by. We're not even a minute in, but Rolo blows things up with a nitro cell, and Team Meaty Marley is on the board.
There we go. Get the two
They're,
picks
like,
with the C4
good.
from Rolo. Again, that's going to be a TikTok clip that I'm sure she's going to upload as
for
soon
sure.
as possible.
Yeah.
They're all farming clips. They're all farming clips.
Literally.
Okay.
Sideswap has now come in, so as was discussed by Chris, but Gabe, you can touch upon, when you're on attack, you ban a defender.
Correct.
When you are a defender, you ban an attacker. So gone are whether you want to remove one or the other. Now it's just locked in, you tackle it head on. Team Skittles, whatever bomb site they go to, which looks like it'll be one of the upstairs bomb sites, CCTV and cache, they don't want to deal with the Thermite. Thermite is so strong on this bomb site, not just to open up that CCTV wall, but additionally to open up the other portion of the upstairs, which would be the jacuzzi wall or the construction wall. It's going to hinder the attackers.
Which we are not only seeing a bandit brought successfully, but we are also seeing that mute just for that little extra bit of reinforcement to make sure that any bit of denial on those walls is going to be warded off. But that goes into, once again, the picks and bans. That the fact that it falls off on behalf, that you are now seeing what the other team had to go against, what that defending side wasn't successful with, you can essentially get rid of once you get to that level and know exactly kind of the approach and how you want to play your defenses or how you want to play your attackers just based off that first half.
Bomb located by attackers.
Looking like it's going to be a pretty default setup from the side of Team Skills. Nothing too crazy here. I am expecting Varsity to either bandit trick this wall, which I think that's what we're going to see here. He's going to bandit trick the server wall. And then the real question is, how is Team Meaty Marley going to play into this attack?
For those that are unfamiliar with Siege, and I mean, I suspect there's a few people watching who haven't had full hands-on experience with the game, when you reinforce a wall, it means that you need a specific gadget to cut through that steel reinforcement. Thermite is one of those operators. He was the one that was banned by Team Skittles. You see that Rasco, playing that ace, will have access to it. Atheno also has access to one of those gadgets. When a bandit puts down those batteries, it electrifies the wall, which prevents that hard breach gadget from going off. Varsity just put down a new battery, destroying one of the gadgets, but he wasn't able to get both walls in time. So there is now an opening through that reinforced wall that the attackers can use to their advantage, but holes work both ways. Defenders can use it too.
And the question is, I mean, we have a lot of intel. We've always stressed throughout Siege, intel, 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 and we have that not only with the Valkyrie, but then with the Echo. So it's a question of they have nothing to find these cameras.
Wait, does
They
it
have to be
reset
vigilant
after
of where they're planted,
after a
where
half?
They're going to be trying to entry from and seeing if they can find this
Wait,
intel.
so
where
you get
I'm
6
going to be
bans in
expecting Team
total.
Skittles to be utilizing that to the best of their ability. And we could see an engagement here happening in construction where we do see Varsity go down. He's now getting taken to the gym from Atheno, and it's not looking too good for Skittles.
I mean, when you're playing on Bandit, your primary job is to keep those walls electrified. And Varsity did that for the most part. To die early, we were about halfway through the round. It's not terrible. I mean, you never want to be the team to give up the first kill. Skittles does trade it back a little bit later, and then Roy will give the advantage to Skittles. They sacrificed Varsity, and I guess the rest of the team was like, now we can play a little bit better. And they very quickly turned this around. Now Skittles is on the board for this round as well. Every single player in the lobby with a kill. The team's evenly balanced to this point. And boy, oh boy, what a heady task for Rasco and Atheno. On the right side of your screen, you see our free cam showing off part of the objective, but Team Skittles is just indomitable. Macy J closing out the round again. Team Skittles had surrendered the previous round to Team Meaty Marley, but Team Skittles going back to a 2-round lead.
Again, it's that information game. They were playing beautifully with that, going for spawn peaks, running out, capitalizing on those moments as we just saw in that last where Skittles jumps out the window, grabs that kill onto Atheno. So again, this is going to be important when you're going into this ban phase.
We're
What is
playing
their
Rainbow Six
opponent
Siege, brother.
using
My
that
bad, I'm not
is catching
looking.
you off guard? Get rid of that information.
doing one of my
We
thumbnails
aren't going to
real
get rid
quick.
of that information.
Sorry,
so
guys.
That's a little unfortunate, but to say the least for Roy, I think he's going to be a little actually, no, they banned that. So Roy is actually banning his favorite character of Castle. That's kind of a questionable choice on my end because, as we know, he loves Castle. Everyone knows he loves Castle. He makes strats with Castle, and now he's eliminating. So then it makes me question then, are they getting rid of the Castle because they know exactly that they're going to try to copy Roy's strats that we've seen through and through on all social medias?
We are very quickly on match point. With a show match, we are playing by the ranked rules. So if